Who's got their audio on? Turn it down. Guys, what is going on? Welcome to the show tonight. SquareBodyTalk, episode 6. We got Steve up in the house as usual. What's up, Steve?
What up, Dave?
We got Kris from the Reckless Wrench Garage. That's Kris with a capital K. And we got Aaron Mills, formerly of the chat. Now he's squeaked up in here for this episode. We're going to do a subscriber hangout, hang out with you guys, talk about some stuff. Most notably, talk about a little bit of fabrication with Aaron. Talk about what it's like owning a shop, running a shop, and just kick it back with you guys. It's good to see you up in here. Gravity Gear, good to see you in here. Nate, Mick, Mertry, good to see you up in here. What's up, guys? Zoomad75. I can't forget about that guy.
What's happening?
What's going on?
So, the very first thing that is extremely obvious to me is that Nate is correct. This is going to be very interesting.
Very.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do you guys have no clue as to what is in for you? How's Aaron Mills in the chat and on the live stream?
I have no idea.
That's so weird.
Willie Perry up in here. FSFW. Hey.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean anyway?
I don't know.
What is wrong with my face?
Your face
There's a lot of
bro,
things
your
wrong.
face has been busted for a while. I don't think anybody wanted to say anything, but I'm glad you're noticing it now.
Yeah, really sorry about that.
What's up, Kris? How you been? How was your week, brother?
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm good. I'm good.
Short bald head guy.
All right, we
just
got
making slow progress on my cage.
We got Juan up in here. Juan Fo. What's going on, brother? Hey, you can ask a question whenever you would like. Any of you guys can.
Yeah.
So Willie Perry says wheels 87K5. You guys know that dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I do, I'm not recognizing the name. I'm sorry if I don't.
KCB Riders. Y'all coming to Eastern Jeep Safari this year? I'm not going to Eastern Jeep Safari. Well, I don't know. Maybe I will, but I don't think so. I'm going to Moab this year, though. Definitely. In September. Kris, when you going?
Easter Jeep Safari.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We'll be there with all the full-size folk.
There you go.
Wait, where is that?
Where's what?
EGS?
Moab?
Oh, okay. Never been
What?
there before.
Oh,
Does it look
man.
like I have a vehicle that could go to Moab?
Bro, you haven't got a vehicle that runs.
Yeah, I mean...
It kind of runs.
right.
Kind of runs right now. I mean, it runs, but it might not be running tomorrow. Who knows? Ooh, that's the greatest thing about square bodies.
Yeah. One day they're running, and the next day they're down for 2 years.
That's exactly right. Isn't that right?
No, 3
Dude, we got Aaron up in here. Aaron, what is going on, bro? Tell us about you. Tell all the audience members about you and about what you got going on, what kind of projects you working on. Do you even have a square body? Should we just ban you now, kick you off?
I do now. Hey, don't you own a Jeep? I mean, just saying.
Hey, I own a Jeep, but I have some square bodies, so it's like kind of,
His Jeep has a matching mustache.
It's a gray area. Hey, bro, come on now.
Yeah, so
You know what his Jeep doesn't have, though, is a vape pen. No vape pen on the Jeep.
That's right.
It's got the USB port.
USB port, though. But, yeah. Nice. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, I got a couple squares. Building the 77 right now. It was a C20, and I don't know. Things happen when you got parts laying around, and it was supposed to be a quick build, and now, what am I going on? 3 years, Steve? Something like that? Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that sounds pretty quick.
Perpetual build. It's never done, right?
Right. Yeah, never leaves the garage.
Never. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a couple people in the chat. What is going on, Luke Fields? What is going on, JD Power 55? I just wanted to say hi to you guys, see what you guys got going on.
JD Power and Associates?
That's JD Power, man.
Every time I see that, I just want to say that.
JD Power, man, he's doing some work on his truck, but he's got a lot of rust he's dealing with, and so that is I don't envy him.
Just cut all of it out and start over with nothing.
Cut it all out.
Cut it all out. That's right.
No, just cut it off. Leave it off.
Yeah.
That's where most of the sheet metal from the Suburban went.
Weight reduction.
Exactly.
That way those trusses hold up better.
Yeah. You just take all the rusty sheet metal and glue it all to the tube truss.
It's called galvanized plating. I don't know.
Hey, what happened to me? I got small.
No, we don't actually wonder about that.
Hey.
Dude, there's a lot of guys from CK5 on here.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Oh, man.
Good to see you guys up in here.
The chat must. Let's see here. I posted this on the forums. I'm wondering how many seen it. Did anybody like it? No. Well, it's cool that they're on here. We love CK5 Brotherhood, man. That's the best place in the whole world.
Hell yeah.
Willie Perry.
Willie Perry.
K5.
Which one?
Wheels 87K5. Recognize him.
Okay.
I guess he recognized me too.
Well, you're hard to miss, so.
I know. I'm pretty cute.
Well, I don't know about that.
Zoom mad.
Captain Adrian, what's going on? Somebody asked me, how's the truck coming? DQ Chevy, man. The truck is sitting behind me. I ain't worked on it for 6 weeks. So it's at wherever I finished at the last video. That's exactly where it's at. So I do need to do that. I need to find some motivation.
Worked on your Jeep 2 days ago.
Selling light bars.
Right on.
You're asking for trouble here. You just,
Hey,
you brought it on yourself, Dave. Just remember that.
I know. Should never bought a Jeep. And I installed a light bar on it this weekend.
No lockers, but it's got a light bar.
Nah, no lockers. No way. I took the lockers off because it was just too much of a pain.
What?
Just kidding. We don't like lockers.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, whatever.
You know what I could say though, is that Ethel's pretty angry right now.
Is she?
Yeah, I think the ECU is going bad. You guys know anything about that?
I saw your post and it very much confused me.
Yeah. So when you have your TPS signal and it's supposed to be a nice smooth line like this, and it comes up like this. That's for Aaron. He wasn't watching.
Oh,
but
we just got like half of Aaron's face
goes like
on the
this.
screen. But,
and then it goes up like this.
How's that?
Hey. Anyways, the line goes like this. It's like if Aaron had Parkinson's.
Damn. There could be somebody in the chat with Parkinson's. You're just going to go like disrespect them like that.
Well, yeah, their beer's always shook up, so it's their own damn fault.
Oh, God, that would suck. Yeah, I never thought about that. That'd be like the worst part.
Right? Think about that.
Beer would be all like shooting everywhere.
You're shaking weird ways.
Hell. Man, that could go both ways, I guess, right?
My God. Everybody's just going to leave this thing. Anyways, all right, so let's get...
Hey, I want to answer this question. Okay. Anybody looking into new Holly stuff? Baja 68 VW. Yes, I saw that post on... I think it was on Facebook from Sloppy Mechanics, from Matt Happel. They had the Terminator X, so I might end up going that direction. I've heard a couple of guys having problems with the Sniper EFI, so I'm not touching that. But the Terminator is supposed to be like a like cut down version of the Dominator or the HP. So it has less outputs and less inputs, but it still does like boost. You can do flex fuel. You can do Dave's big old gap in his front teeth with his vape blowing rings, or Jeep with the freaking light bar. There's all kinds of things that it could do. Turbos, Dave's stinky finger, all kinds of cool stuff. Mullets and Camaros, Hey, Aaron, don't you have EFI? Didn't you buy some sort of fuel injection for your rig?
I did. I went with the Phytech stuff. So,
you got it fired up yet?
Yeah, I've had it started, but it obviously hasn't left my garage yet. So,
does it sound cool?
Seems to work good. It's got a noisy frame rail fuel pump, but I don't know. I'll fix that.
Going tank, bro. Going tank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the chat real quick. Hey, Chris, what do you got going on down there, bro? Are you looking at the chat?
Yes.
What do you got? Anything good up in there? What you see?
Look at the prawn rolling, dude. It's on the prawn.
Somebody said they can't see live chat. You broke it.
They can't see the live chat?
Yeah, this guy said the video of your Jeep is stupid. You need to put the light bar on your K20.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was DQ
said,
Chevy man. He's my man now. Right? My brother right here.
Hey, thanks for watching. Sure you get a thumbs up.
Pretty sure that's everybody go to every Jeep video that Dave's got and thumbs down that bitch.
Oh my god. Yeah, go to it. Just make sure you give me a view. All right, thanks.
All the videos get views and be like, Dave, Jeeps are gay on every single comment section for those videos. Every one of them. I might do that. I could actually ask Aaron. He'll do it too. And then I'll be right behind him.
Yeah.
Probably will.
And Drew Eddy said that Phytech is the worst.
Yeah.
Phytech is the worst. That ain't no good.
You're
hey, Juan, is it Juan Fo? Juan Fu? Kung, it's like Kung, I don't know.
Fu Manchu?
It's like
kind of makes me
like
want to like Kung Fu fighting. I don't know. He's asking, so he sent me a picture of a shackle flip, and I'm not sure if it was his shackle flip or somebody else's shackle flip. And guys, let us know if the live chat is working. I hope it is. But I don't know. I seen your shackle flip. It might be easier to do with your bed off if you got to fix it. But you could fix it without it.
Oh, take the bed off. It's always easier.
Hell yeah.
I just usually cut off the bed.
Yeah.
Or
the
that.
back of the bourbon off. Things like that.
I did that one.
I got a nose hair that's driving me nuts.
You got some pliers? Oh, dude, if you pull it out,
you guys.
Almost.
You guys got to groom yourself before the show.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you guys want to see this new rash that I got? No.
Dude, show us your legs again.
Not that kind of grooming.
Wait. Okay, everybody, I've been saving this.
Don't do it.
I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, my, dude, you're going to get us kicked off.
Hold on.
Faux show.
Can you see it?
This guy's crazy.
I don't think you can see it. I'm waiting for the chat. Can you even see it on the chat?
All right.
Just want to see if I could see it on the chat.
It's getting weird in here, guys. I don't know.
Not weird, man.
It is.
It looked like you're gonna light a fart.
That could happen. That's actually not a bad idea.
Hey, Shabby has a question. Shabby Minucci. He said, are there two different shackle flip kits for the 52 to 56 swap on DIY4X? Seen the ones you put on. They are different looking on their site. I think with kind of all of them, you can use them on, you can either do 52 or you can flip them to the other side and they're 56, right?
Or you could just man up and do 64s.
Maybe.
Oh, you don't have to flip them anywhere. You just move them forward or back.
Right. But I mean, you can keep them in the same location, but flip them and run a 56.
Yeah.
You know.
You could do that.
Not everybody has time to be drilling a bunch of holes there, Chris.
You could just not even bolt them on. You just
frame
weld them on.
had the holes for both.
It's because yours is a Suburban. 52s and 56-inch springs came on those, as far as I remember. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, because I got my 56s off of a 89 Suburban.
Nice. But it's funny, my Ethel has 56s in the back. Actually, Flex is pretty dang good. But that green truck that we built with the Lynx, it has 52s. Dude, the rear of that truck doesn't even move.
Yes, I think Steve did skip leg day. Those suckers were looking. Yeah, I think he skipped tan day too. They weren't looking so hot. They weren't looking so hot. All right, so what do we miss up in here? Somebody asked a question.
Damn it, Rob.
Let's see. Where was that
I
question?
don't have an 8.1 like you. I'm not that cool.
They said, somebody asked in here, how did it do? Okay, let's see. Drew Eddy. No. Nate. Nate asked, Nate McMurtry, how did you get into squares?
I was born into it. That's how I got into it.
Yeah? Did you have one when you were a kid? Baby?
No, so my grandpa used to work for General Motors.
Oh, there you go.
So that's how that actually started. My grandpa, here you go. You'll like this. My grandpa and grandparents lived in Santa Fe Springs in the same area where they used to build the Chevrolet Camaro. And he was a paint department foreman. And I actually never got to meet him. He passed away. He got killed. But my step-grandpa also worked for General Motors and apparently swooped in on my grandma. I guess was quite the looker back in the day. And he had 78 C30 with a big block, Turbo 400, camper special, 410s with a gov lock. And I actually got to drive that before he passed away. So when I was in high school, I had a 78 K20. And it was like cool because like they were the same truck. And that was cool to be able to park next to his. And he was still alive. He could see it. And I was like, I got a truck just like Grandpa's truck, like. Yeah, so that's kind of the beginning of it, but
Kris, what's your story, bro?
So actually, what?
Oh, we going to Aaron?
Yeah, we're going to Aaron first because nobody cares.
I was tell you the real story of how Steve got into it. He was actually going to buy a Bronco, and he got confused, but he went back to his roots. So, yeah,
nice. You don't know the difference between a Bronco and a Blazer? Dang.
Have you seen his Blazer?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Actually, what I was thinking of was Aaron got into it. He works on boats. So Aaron, he obviously likes boat anchors. So he has a 6.2 diesel in his crawler. And he was telling me the other day he loves the fact that he can start that thing in the wintertime, but it doesn't pull itself up its own hill. And I guess a lot of boats come with 6.2 diesels. Is that right, Aaron? That's probably how you got into it because you love those engines so much.
Yeah, sure.
But we start talking about 6.2 diesels, people are just going to break off and get out of here.
Dude, we got 30 people in here. They're thrilled to hear about this.
We're like 30 strong. That's crazy. Hey, guys, if we get the first time we ever get to 200 viewers on a live stream, Steve has to cut his beard off live. So he's got the clippers ready. Probably week, I don't know, 2 years from now maybe. We'll see what happens.
I'll do it. 200 viewers in the live chat.
I bet all like the people from K5 that could come on.
I'm just going to start making a bunch of fake accounts.
Wait, what?
I'm just going to start making a bunch of fake accounts and logging in.
Oh, there you go.
If you take the effort to make 200 fake accounts, I'll still do it. I don't care.
He probably grows it back by like noon.
So, Aaron.
Yes.
So you're going to swap that 6.2 turbo diesel in your truck or what?
Oh, I'm going to leave the turbo off of it probably.
You like them when they're naturally aspirated?
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably turn down the injection pump yeah.
Oh, man.
Put a muffler on it, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We got Bill Arrow up in here. What's up, Bill Arrow? How you doing, man? Good to see you up in here. He joined a little late. He was probably having to find his whiskey or something.
He's been in here for a little while.
Who's that?
Why is it all frozen like that?
It's on my phone.
Oh.
Hi, Mrs.
My
Mills.
wife's gonna make it.
Hello. Brought you.
She's a wonderful wife.
I bet it's a grilled cheese sandwich.
I brought you a snack.
How did you end up with her, Aaron? She's way hotter than you told us she was.
You're talking smack on me?
No, I think talking smack on Aaron.
Hey, Willie Perry says Aaron likes the 6.2 because they're naturally slow.
Oh, man, that's rough. Hey,
we're just trying to get Aaron to come out of his little hole here. He's being a little bit quiet tonight.
Yeah, sorry. Any 6.2 diesel is faster than my big block right now. I'm just saying.
Except one with the crank that's broken.
Well, yeah, that's true.
How about the one that's on that trailer out there?
What's on the trailer? Some kind of Bronco or something?
Yeah,
you get her in here. She'll probably talk more than you.
Yeah, I'll just hand this off to her. Oh man.
Does she even know what she's stepping into?
Oh, not a clue.
This is like CK 5 times worse. There's not a number we could assign to this.
5 times. Oh my gosh, what is happening?
Do they know that
yes.
people I deal with every day?
Oh, me? Yeah.
Dude, she's like ratting him out on something right now. I just can't hear what it is.
I know, I'm trying to talk over. Yeah.
Quit hiding it. We're gonna okay, you know what we're gonna start doing? We're gonna start calling you Pastor Aaron. I think this is gonna work better for us.
Yeah.
We're gonna just Pastor Aaron right here.
Yeah, just call me Father.
Father Aaron. Oh, Father. Okay.
I'll lay it down, Father.
Kris, so you have anything you want to confess to our father here?
I got lost somewhere in this conversation. I have no idea what we're talking about.
We're talking about 120 wall trusses.
Asking what we were talking about.
Yeah, 120 wall trusses.
I thought we've already been over this twice.
We have. Somebody had a question for you in the live chat, though.
Not quite strong enough.
Somebody was asking. So Brian Sissel, for you, Kris, says, "Hey, any thoughts on axle forward stuff? Kits running a 60 up front? What do you think?"
Wait,
that would be for me.
If I read that better.
What is it?
Who called me the dude on the couch? Baja 68 VW.
God. You're supposed to be talking about stuff.
Forward stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Bob Wadilla, what are we talking about? Kind of anything. Anything square body, anything trucks. We're going to get into some fab stuff and talk to Aaron about running his shop.
I just want Dave to go through the chat and read off everybody's name. I just love how he butchers.
I do, dude. It's so horrible.
All right, I'm going to give you a quick rendition of how Dave does it. What's up, DQ Chevaman? Bill Arrow. Will I Paray? Oh, this is Captain 8 Dry and 78 Brian Sassel. Drew Addy, and we got here Boob Weedle. Okay, and then Joao Fo. What's up in here? I'm just kidding, Dave. I love you.
That's all good. That's all
like
good.
We actually aren't even talking about square bodies anymore. This is just like going off the. This has to be a record of how fast it's gone off the rails.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't think we actually ever started talking about anything.
That's okay.
No, you talked about your family or something.
My what?
Your family, your granddaddy or something.
Oh yeah, how I got into square bodies. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
Coincidentally.
I thought Square Body Broncos.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it definitely derailed. Okay, back to you, Aaron Mills. Are you ready?
I want to hear about you.
We want to. So tell us about you. Tell us about your business and what you do at your shop. Just tell us all about it. What you got, bro?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Ready? Okay.
I'm ready. So, anyways, I don't have a full-time shop, but that's what I'm working towards here. Just bought a 4x8 plasma table and hoping to start rolling some stuff out on that and get this stuff going full-time. I don't like working for other people, I guess, is what it all comes down to. But yeah, I built a few rigs in the past and fell in love with wheeling. And like the two Chris's, I went to Moab once and then downhill. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah. So how did you
Go ahead.
How did you? Like, didn't you have a shop before, and then something happened? Now you're opening it again. Was it like a full swing type thing?
Yeah. So in 2014, I decided I was going to quit my job and I actually quit my job to go drive truck, and then that felt so. I decided, well, my wife decided for me just to keep going in the shop, and it fell through in like 7 months. It was brutal. But then,
well,
yeah,
you know,
I was too nice, and I got taken.
Yeah,
so.
You just got to charge people an arm and a leg, I think, even though you don't want
That's
to.
right.
Yeah, you got to pay them bills.
I know. Well, my friends, all my friends were like, "Hey, you got tools, right?" So yeah. Yeah. So after 4 years, or 5 years, I decided that it was time to get rolling on it again, and I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'll see where it goes.
Well, it's important, I think, to go all in and to try it, and then you're back on your feet now. It's all good, but I'm sure you learned a lot, and now you're going into it a little more cautiously, and I'm sure it's going to turn out better this time. So it's all good.
Oh yeah, and truthfully, I've learned a lot from the guy I'm working for about running a business. That's definitely going to help. It's kind of one of those, it was something I think I could have made work, but probably just wasn't disciplined enough to get it done. So, but yeah.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
I think we can all understand that. And I think, another thing, and I'm not sure if you were, but were you trying to kind of wear all the hats? You were handling everything and working on the car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of hard at first.
Yeah, I think one of the keys here too, and I'm finding this just as I go along too, because this is my second kind of foray in business, not in the fabrication side of the world, but when you're talking about wearing all the hats and having people taking advantage of you and stuff like that, and I'm sure a lot of the guys in the chat here could probably identify with being had with some of their friends and whatnot. It's like, what? The hardest thing that I find is to figure out what you're worth. How do you assign a number to what you charge people and feel okay with it, but not charge so much that people are going to go, oh my God, and you not be able to respond to that number, and that's a hard number to come up with. And it actually is still sometimes for me, with our shop and stuff, that, it's something you just realize at some point that there are people that just will never understand what it takes and how much time and energy it takes to run a business, to do it the right way, and the type of stress and stuff that it involves. And that's part of that number. It's not about, how many years of experience and stuff you have all the time. It's sometimes about how resourceful you are and the people that are around you that are able to help you pull those things off, and make things happen that you normally wouldn't doing by yourself. So the one thing I want to point out, guys, just so everybody knows that's here, because Aaron's not going to say this about himself. He's probably one of the nicest people and giving people that I've ever met, that I've known on the internet. He goes out of his way to help people. And I'm not going to go into a bunch of details about that, but you guys really should go on the forums and check out what he's got going on there. Absolutely, dude. He's part of the brotherhood, man. Like there is some brotherly love there for sure. But seriously, he goes above and beyond, and I wish him the best of luck in this new thing. Like seriously,
right?
Is it going to still be called FSFW?
What's that?
Is it still going to be called Fifth Street Fab Works?
Oh yeah, A&R Fifth Street Fab. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. You send me that stuff so we can pimp you out, because I want to make sure you get business and you stay busy.
So I got a question for you guys in the chat, and tell me. So like obviously you guys are probably like a lot of us, to where you guys are probably wrenching on your own stuff. But when you do want something done, does the amount you pay necessarily matter, or is it that it's done right that matters to you? So tell us in the chat, because like I'm kind of one of those guys to where like I don't want to pay for anything, but when I do decide to pay for something, I'll pay more to have it done right, because when I pick it up, I want it done. I don't want to have to be goofing around with it after I pick it up from your shop. So that's what's important to me. And I think too many shops, they may try to give you a little bit of a deal, or hell, they might even try to charge you an arm and a leg, but then you get it back and the damn thing, you're not getting what you paid for. That pisses me off.
Yeah, I guess I have really bad luck with that. So I just end up doing it all by myself.
Yeah.
You know, like the one thing that I always used to say is procrastination drives innovation. Also being broke drives that. But also being at the crappy end of the stick when you're talking about getting something back that you paid $1,200, to have fixed, and it ain't fixed.
I'm not crying. See, no tears.
Are you sure?
Jeez.
Oh man, Baja 68 called you out, bud.
So. I know. I wiped my tears. All right.
You said he was a great guy, and he's like, "Oh man." What do you think, Chris? What are your thoughts on this subject?
I agree with you completely. So part of the reason why I started doing some of the stuff that I do is because of both reasons that you and Steve said. I've never been responsible with my money, so I'm usually broke. So being able to afford something that's, afford certain things doesn't work out for me. So then I got to figure out how am I going to make it work. Yeah. And one of the things I decided, okay, I don't want to do this because I don't think I can make it pretty enough. I took it to a shop, had it done, paid way more than I feel I should have, and I feel I could have done a better job.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the one thing.
Thing.
Go ahead. What you got, Aaron?
Oh, I was going to say, that's one thing I ran into was guys would come to me wanting something built, and I'd do all this research and all this, design and whatever else, and they'd be like, "Oh man, that's a lot," and it's like, well, no kidding, and then, and then they'd go out and they'd wait 4 months for, an aftermarket bumper or whatever, and pay twice as much as what I told them it was going to be. Yeah, and it was like, holy cow, man. So, but yeah, I don't know if that fits in. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, it kind of does too, because you guys obviously know we're what we do too, and I got a lot of guys hitting us up, and I don't hold on or make the things that we do. There's no real difference between what we're doing and any other radius arm out there, and people call us and ask us about spring rates and stuff, and that's like, yeah, man, like I don't have a problem getting anybody that information. Because ultimately, like, there are going to be guys out there that can piece it together and do their own thing, and it still works. And I want it to work for them, But then there's the other side of it is where, you get some guys where they're like, they really they don't have a clue, money wise, what they think they're getting into. They think they can do it for $1,000, and it's like, even at my cost, I can't do it for $1,000.
Yeah.
There's just no way it costs money to do it. So, that's a little frustrating from the business perspective of it. You get definitely a lot brighter view of that whole thing once you get into the she's swiping a credit card. Woo!
Dang, bro.
Nice. You never told me you took plastic.
Man, you didn't ask.
Oh, okay, sure.
I think that's the one thing that I have a hard time with is I've been in the automotive industry since 2002, and when I actually take my vehicle somewhere, like in the rare case that I do, it's that when you get it back, you get that disappointed feeling, and you're just like, I could have done that. Why did I pay this person? And then you do that a couple times, and you're like, I'm just going to do it myself. I mean, I've always been doing a lot of my own automotive work, but it's even like this fabrication stuff that we do. It's like you're better off just doing it yourself for way cheaper, and then if it breaks, just fix it.
Right. I will rebuttal this because I've learned some stuff. Oh, you go first, Aaron.
Oh, I was going to say that, buying the tools and things like that I thought, oh man, if I had this, I can do that. That was the worst decision I ever made, because that actually cost me more money than anything, because, rather than just having one thing that I went and paid for, and I was like, oh, I'm never paying for that again. I keep building stuff, and it's like a disease or an illness or something that I just can't shake. It's bad.
Are you talking about overbuilding?
Yeah. I can't stop. Yeah.
Well,
now I have all these tools. I need to build everything.
Yeah, it's like you didn't just buy the $1,500 welder to use it once.
Well, look, there's a square body for $500 on Craigslist. It's like, oh,
Bro, that is the disease right there.
There's no disease here. There's no disease. That's totally okay.
Bro, I'm browsing Craigslist and I see a $500 square body. First, I check and see if it's got a title. And then if it does have a title, I'm like, all right, where's it at? I'm coming.
And does it have a floor?
Yeah. Do I have room to park it?
Yeah. If you have an acre, you don't really think about room.
Yeah, not really. You just got a big parking lot.
But yeah, so the one thing I was going to kind of tail off on what you were saying there was, so as we've been doing this business thing for a couple of years now, there's been a few things that I've realized that are worth spending the money on. And some of it is fabrication. So the main thing that we found, because we do the LS swaps, wiring harnesses, pull-out engine combinations. So like we can call our buddies up at Tilden and they can pull us an engine with all of the accessories. It runs. They sell it to us with a harness, and it has a sealed fuse block with a computer. And they're between $2,700 and $3,700. So 4.8, 5.3, or 6.0. It just depends on the displacement, and that comes pretty much ready to go. You just have to do the base tune on it. And you got yourself a setup. And yeah, that's more than what most people think is going to cost, but that's kind of like, that's a motor that you can hook up to some headers, motor mounts, and a cooling system, tune it, and then go. Yeah. So you're still, like we talked about, $5-6 grand into it, but that's a solid, reliable power plant. They checked it. That's what they do. And it's a time saver for us because we don't got to go to the junkyard. We don't got to find the vehicles that have, this, pick and choose. And we get something that we know is relatively safe to put in another vehicle because they drove the vehicle before they pulled the stuff out. So we know at least it did that. And for the most part, an LS motor is going to pretty much go on unless there's like something obviously wrong with the dang thing. The other one is if you're going to get a little bit crazier with the motor and putting a cam or doing forced induction or anything, spend the money on a transmission, dude. Or learn how to build a Turbo 400 because if you don't, man, you're going to be, oh boy, it's expensive quick.
Yeah, don't be messing with those 60.
$3,000 on a 4L80, dude. Like, we have we give Jake so much crap because he breaks them all the time. He's literally on his 5th 700R4 or 4L60, whatever you want to call it, name it. What did she say?
I want to hear what's going on there.
Are we getting yelled at?
She yelling at us?
She's yelling at you guys. You guys need to do your chores, dang it.
Oh, crap.
I know how wives work. She's mad at you.
Oh, I know. Man.
Taking it out on the kids.
That's one thing, like you said, Steve, that cost of an LS swap. You see a lot of, like, you read a build thread and you see the people do it and you're like, man, it don't look that hard, it don't. And maybe it's not that hard. But if you do your own harness, do your own fuel system, you build the engine, you do all this stuff, there is a lot of time tied up into that.
Dude, okay, let me ask you something, Chris, because I know you did yours. How hard do you think it was to put that motor together and get the wiring and all that stuff set up?
I would.
Scale of 1 to 10.
I wouldn't really. I don't know. It'd be kind of hard to judge that. So getting the motor and everything in there wasn't a big deal. The harness was the most intimidating part for me, and it took me 12 hours to do it. And I'm not a wiring kind of guy.
So I'm a wiring guy, and it took me 6 hours. So don't feel bad because that was like straight through, right? You spent the whole day.
It was 2 nights.
Okay,
when I got home from work, I did it for a couple hours, and then the next day I did it a couple hours, and then wrapping it all up and getting it set on the engine a couple days later.
Yeah,
but it ended up looking a lot like yours did.
Yeah, and that's just the way mine. I didn't take any of the extra length out of it, and that was kind of the thing that we had. And I actually apparently have had a bad computer, for quite some time. So that's really depressing to kind of like pull the harness apart and put it back together and pull it apart and put it back together again. I'm just so over that. And so for me, like the same thing too, it really wasn't that hard to get it in the truck because I think it's like anything else, a small block Chevy, right? It bolts up, You put the bolts in, you put the motor mounts on, you're good to go. If you get the headers, like, it's funny because when I was looking for long tubes, the reason why I picked the Schoenfields is because of Mr. White LS1. So Mr. Dave right here, he pointed me in the right direction. And I should have listened to him on the clutch stuff with the McLeod, the throw bearing, but I couldn't afford that, so that's why I went with the other stuff. So, oh man, throw me one of those waters. Anyways, so I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try the Holley Terminator X because I'm so over this HP tuners stuff. Like the one thing that frustrates me about these motors is like and this is kind of a biased statement. So I do some tuning on the side, and I really do feel like no matter what you do, the GM computer, you always gotta talk it into doing what you want it to do. And I personally feel like that's BS. On a true performance application, like let's use a carburetor, for example. You just tell it what to do, and it does what you're asking. Right? Aaron's laughing because he knows.
Okay. But I have a problem with that.
I'm not saying the carburetor is the alternative. I'm just saying that a carburetor is a very straightforward way of doing it. An aftermarket ECU is a straightforward way of doing it. HP Tuners is taking a factory calibration and making it do what it's not designed to do, and it will always fight you unless you put it into open loop or do some other stuff. Haltech is awesome, by the way. Sean just popped that up. I'm not saying that the HP Tuners or EFI Live or that's the wrong way to go, but I'm just saying that it's definitely a longer path to get there because you can't do live tuning. You have to flash the ECM unless you're doing a Gen 3. There's just more BS. That's all.
Yeah. My take's a little different. Like, I understand where you're coming from. So I would say, yeah, both of them are good. Both of them have their place. But the thing that I like about it is once your tune is set up, for the most part, you really never, unless you change something, you don't really have to mess with it. I mean, it takes care of altitude. It runs the same whether it's hot or whether it's cold. Cold starts are easier. Like when you have a carburetor, that stuff works. But if you're in altitude, it's different. You got to change your jets.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so. I think as far as manually goes, the carburetor is more work. Less.
No. So that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
What I was getting at is just the process that you take to get to where you're talking about, that end result. It takes much longer to get there when you're doing it with an HP tuner with a factory ECM, unless you have a factory engine. So like say you get so my engine and transmission combination never came together, right? So I picked this bastard child combo that I had no idea about.
Very turbo, non-turbo diesel glow plugs.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you trying to do the 6.2 diesel?
Lines.
I don't even hook into that.
I thought you could run it.
Bro.
Jeez. As Dustin saying, can't live tune with Holley. Can real-time tune with HP. I think the safety traction controls justifies the Holley. Yeah, so that's the thing, too, is you can go into the V table or there's a lot of things about Holley that you can do. It's not even Holley. 80 mega squirt, any of that stuff. You get a little bit more out of it, but it's more money and it takes more initial setup. But the thing is like my computer setup is specifically a computer that didn't come with that motor, that didn't come with that transmission, and that's what made mine more challenging. A Gen 3 is way easier because a Gen 3 is dumber than a Gen 4 in a lot of ways. There's less inputs. That's why like there's 24 tooth reluctor, 58 tooth. So that's the reason for that is because 58 tooth is higher resolution. So when the engine's spinning, it's sampling it more times in the same span of time than a Gen 3 is. So it can do variable valve timing and all these other things, 5-axis VE tables and stuff. It's crazy, which makes it really powerful. But the end result, you are right. When you have a fuel injected and it's set up correctly, they're all going to act the same. I was just saying that it takes longer to get there.
No, I understand where you come from. And that's why my rule is every single LS swap I do, until I do an LT4, But every single LS swap that I do right now, everything that I touch, it's all set up like a 99 F-body Camaro. I use a manual valve body. I use a 411 PCM. That's the way I set it up.
And that's smart because that's foolproof.
All Gen 3. Yeah.
Question though, real big question. Does it come with or without the mullet?
Well, that's optional. I mean, I think mullet's all right.
Oh, you said what year Camaro did you say?
99.
Oh yeah, those ones don't get.
It doesn't really matter, but 99.
90.
That's what I shoot for.
Say
99 02, it's all the same. But I'm just saying, like, I set mine up like an F body, a 4th gen F body Camaro, just like that.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't know why I don't just use a 3.8 computer with the RAM air and all that stuff. It's way more horsepower.
Just Grand Prix supercharger.
Hey, tell me how yours is set up, Chris.
I have a completely stock 6.0, and I take it to the guy who tunes it and say, "Here, handle this," and that's it.
What PCM?
I have no opinions on tuning. It's the stock ECU in there.
What year?
02.
02. Okay,
so drive by cable, huh?
No, it was out of a Denali. It's a drive by wire.
Ooh.
Okay.
Stupid, retarded throttle body.
Yeah, Dustin's.
Right.
I'm gonna mess up a name again, but Dustin. Yeah, 411 to the front. 411 is a daddy.
Later,
daddy.
Bob. Yeah, and you know what? That's a good point. And I'm sour because I can't put a 411 with a 58 tooth. Unless I do a converter.
SquareBody.
What the heck? Got all kinds of interesting guys in this chat today.
We do, man. It's a different crowd, different vibe.
We got Eddie up in here, dude.
We should drink more beer. That's the problem. Faster.
Dude, I don't got no beer. I'm sick.
Eddie.
Man, I know. I need to go. I need to scroll through this chat real quick. I mess up some names.
Hey, you're slacking.
See what some people I didn't say what's up to. Drew Eddie, what's up? Baja 68. I said hi to him. Let's see who else we got down in here. Captain Adrian, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Nate still in here?
Nate Dog.
T-top square body. I like those little 2-piece sunroofs that people used to put on them. You know what I mean?
No.
It's like one sunroof, but it had 2 panels on it.
Huh.
No.
What was that, bro?
Some 1980s shit
And
right there.
Hosto up in here. What's up, brother? Good to see you, Ted.
You guys are breaking my heart.
It's all right. You get sunburned with that now, so don't even worry about it.
All right, so let's talk about fabrication for you, Aaron. How did you get into it?
I think he's frozen.
He's just acting frozen.
Oh, it moved.
Can you hear me?
Yay.
Yeah, how did you get into fabrication work? How did you get into doing all that stuff?
Fabrication work. Kind of
Did we lose
what we were
him?
talking about earlier. I'm still here. Can you hear me?
We just don't have awesome internet like you.
What kind of hillbilly internet you got?
This is crap. There.
He's got questionable internet because he's questionable.
Can you hear me now?
Bro, I don't think you have Verizon. He's freezing up over there. So, do you do fabrication, Steve?
That's a baited question. So I fabricate all kinds of lies. I mean, things in life.
He installs a lot of gears.
I do gears. Hey, so dial up. He's in Wyoming. Everything is questionable up there.
It's all-
Rob is so right. I mean, just look at him. He even looks like he's from Wyoming.
Oh, no.
All right. Schmucks.
Hey.
Drew's like, come on down and rip it off like a Band-Aid, Steve. Dude, I would so do that. Aren't you up there, though? Aren't you up north? I don't even know where you live.
Is he in Arkansas? Is that a sister behind him earlier?
Oh, I don't know, maybe. Oh, we're talking.
I didn't think you could hear me. I thought he was still frozen.
Oh, jeez, man.
Yeah, right, Aaron, are you back into the swing of things?
Yeah,
I'm back.
Are you back? Okay, you're looking good. All right, buddy. So tell us how you got into fabrication.
All right. So earlier we were talking about like being cheap and not wanting to pay for stuff. Well, that was me, and I wanted cool stuff, and I thought, well, shoot, I'm not going to pay somebody to build my stuff. And so I decided that I was going to buy tools and build my own rig. So that's where it started. But like all through high school, you know, I was always tinkering with trucks and stuff, and never had anything cool to wheel.
You still don't.
Yeah, I had a. Well, my dad had a Bronco too, and I wheeled the crap out of that thing.
Oh yeah,
and the Chevy Love.
Let's go down some sweet dirt roads or what?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you know. Dude, I
third gear wide open sideways.
Yeah, right. In low range. Hubs unlocked.
Hell yeah! Hey, I didn't know anybody else knew that trick.
Yeah, buddy. So, anyways, I got tired of wheeling little things like that. So then I thought, well, shoot, you know, I see this on the internet, so I'm gonna start building stuff. And then it just it went downhill from there. You know, then guys like Steve, not necessarily Steve in general, but yeah, just kidding. Yeah. So I just decided that I had the skills to build stuff. I took we had electives in high school, so I took welding for 3 years in a row. So that was kind of what started it, and then got a job where I could afford to buy tools and a welder and plasma cutter and all that stuff, and just kind of went from there. And then I thought, man, this would be cool to do full time, and nice. Tried that out, and it didn't work. And now it's like, man, I got a decent paying job, and I can kind of use my time off to get things going, and so I'm just going to go for it. I don't know. I think what really fueled it though was, you know, the first time I went to Moab, I decided that, you know, everybody was going to run Cane Creek, and this is before it washed out and got all crappy. And I thought, man, I'm gonna go run with the big dogs today. And I still had, you know, a full body truck, and I got stuck so bad on the entrance to no left turn, and twice. So I was like, screw this. And the next year I went back with a vengeance, and ended up 4-linking my truck, and I was just gonna bob the bed, and I ended up, you know, just going all out. You know, it
sounds familiar.
So you get carried away.
Oh yeah. I have some kind of disorder. I don't know what it's called, but it's something.
It's called "We Love You" and we appreciate you for who you are.
Yeah, I've never actually checked out your build thread. Apparently, your build thread's badass.
Oh, there's about 300 pages of debauchery in there.
Oh
my god.
Yeah.
Derailment.
Oh, man.
Are we losing him again?
I don't know what he's doing. I think, you know, his internet just gave him just enough time.
That's kind of...
Oh, yeah, we're losing him. All right, Kris, your turn, buddy. How'd you get into the fabric?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's not... We don't want to see that. Nobody needs to see that.
He cleaned it up before the show. That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, my theory is if you can't make it up an obstacle, you just jump over the damn thing.
Yeah.
More right
I mean, you rock crawler guys, you might not know what wheel travel is, but you just go over it.
Is that right?
And then this way, yeah.
Well, with your two-wheel drive, though, you're not even getting to where I'm getting.
Well, so that's the thing that's why I have my 6.2 diesel and ethyl. I'll just put it in low range, and then take my feet off the brake and the gas, and it would just idle up everything.
What if you need wheel speed?
Then you just put it in high range and pray that you can actually get some momentum.
Nice.
And if not, then you just get stuck. That actually never happened. I've never had that problem before.
Here she comes again.
There's the boss.
Is this Arkansas or is this Wyoming or wherever you're at? Minnesota.
Huh?
Miss Mills?
No.
Can she hear us?
We appreciate you giving your husband the time to hang out with us.
Hello, Mrs. Mills. How are you? How's it going?
Good.
We hear you're the better half. Smack him in the head, please. Just right in the head.
Yeah. Oh. That's awesome.
So you can take another swing. It's cool.
Yeah, we got your back.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, nice. Hey, is that your hat, man? Does it say 5th Street Ferry Works? Is that what that stands for?
No wonder his shop didn't take off.
I mean, could have been part of those those years when the bedazzling was really, really hip, but who knows?
Wait, that's not hip anymore?
You can't read it. You want to see my pants?
Wait, what?
She's going to whip me with a phone cord.
Do it. Right in the face.
You remember when I wanted to smack you in the head with the book?
Ow!
Oh, God, he's like whacking him with the... What is that, dude?
Hey, you know what? If that was in Dave's house, he'd be sucking on it like it was a vape or something.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Oh, boy, I got you right there, both of you. That's exactly how it's supposed to. Don't do that. It's plugged in.
So you hit him with a car antenna? That's what X-Ray Ted's saying in hostile.
Just get him right there. All right, so Rob's over here saying, Sand Monkey, lock in your hoof that you got on the Brian Blazer and go off-road. Yeah, man, I'm going to have to lock them, but I'm going to put a spool at the front. I'm going to put a spool.
Of yarn or what?
Don't worry about what kind of spool it's going to be. It's going to be a spool. That's what's going to happen.
He's going to put a cheese wheel on the front of it.
If you find me one big enough, I will totally hit the whoops with the cheese wheels on the hubs.
All right, so Steve, tell me about your rear end. How's it coming?
Wow, Dave, that was a great way to enter that conversation.
How's your rear end doing, buddy?
Well, Dave, I'm glad you asked. So,
your 9-inch, I guess I should
how's your member?
My 9-inch.
How's your Ford rear end doing, pal?
So
Your third member.
I got my little mini torque wrench today, my beam torque wrench, because I guess myself or Scott lost the last one. So, dude, this thing shows up. It's like this long, and it goes to like 50 or 100 inch-pounds, and so that was the holdup, right? It was like trying to set the pinion preload, and I didn't want to do it by like guessing. So I took it apart, put it back together like 10 times the other day, and I was just not really comfortable with it. So I stopped. I went to eBay, and I ordered the right stuff like a good boy.
So you're trusting an eBay torque wrench over your hand?
Oh, hell yeah, because my hand's not calibrated that low.
Oh, gotcha.
My hand's like 10 foot-pounds and up. But this is like inch-pounds. That's 1.6 foot-pounds. This is what it's calling for.
Well, you gotta get all technical.
20. Oh, man. You wouldn't even know about it anyways. You probably pay somebody. So anyways, I just go in, and I put the torque wrench on there, and I rotate it around till I get to 19 to 25 inch-pounds. And that's what I set it to, so it feels really good. And I'm waiting for the straddle bearing to show up for my third pinion. Support bearing.
Third member.
Third pinion support bearing. It's not for the third. It goes in the third member, Dave? Oh, my God. Do you even know what it looks like inside, Dave? Come on now.
Just a couple gears. Aren't you supposed to weld the pinion gear to the ring gear, and that's what gives you a lock and diff?
Yeah, that's actually... I heard you're supposed to weld at least 3 teeth to the main tooth of the rotator of the gear that goes on the yoke.
Guys.
So,
3 ooga oogas.
3 ooga doogas, yeah, baby. So Drew's like, I forgot to let the compressor on outside, loudest sound thing ever. Your neighbors are probably pissed. Yes, and because you live in California, it's probably like a log.
Oh, bro, they're coming to get you right now.
Yeah, dude.
Watching this stream. Anybody that's in California doing this stream, they're coming for you.
Send your address, bro. I'll just tow it to the house, so I'll keep the truck safe till you get out. And then, Drew, you do use a dial indicator for the backlash. Yeah, I said backlash using dial indicator. I bought one. Actually, let me grab that. I'll be right back, because this is good tools that are cheap. Hold on.
I don't know where this guy's going. Aaron Mills. Bro, what you eating there? A grilled cheese?
Heck yeah.
Damn. But she just make that for you and just deliver it to you in a freaking styrofoam container?
Yeah, right.
Just whip it. She's just like, here, hon.
Mm-hmm.
A box for you and everything.
She felt sorry for me because she beat me with a car antenna.
That was pretty awesome.
Get my wife to beat me. Make me
All
some
right.
sandwiches.
So,
yeah, she could hit me with an antenna if she brought me a grilled cheese.
Here you go, bud.
oh, I'm so hungry. All right. So
Can't see it. Back up.
Ooh, it's digital.
eye gauging. It actually has a USB port that I don't know what it does.
That's to charge the.
It's not a rechargeable battery. I don't know.
No, that's for Dave's little e-cig.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, but this guy is pretty dang accurate. We've used a few of these. So Scott bought one, did a couple rear ends with this. And then, so this is on Amazon. If you just look this up, look up eye gauging. And I don't think there's a part number on here. But anyways, these are like $30. And then there's also this other magnetic base setup that you can buy. It's a kit. And it has, a bunch of different swivels. It really, really works good. And it's got this, a switch to turn the magnet on and off. But that makes things a hell of a lot easier when you're setting it up. Obviously, because I don't do them all the time. I don't need to have like the absolute best, the best of the best. I just want to know that it's going to be relatively close to what I am asking it to be set to. I pretty much gave myself a rule that I only pretty much set up my own rear ends and anybody that's a friend of mine, but I just don't want to mess with people's outside of the world.
You just want to touch a bunch of other rear ends.
He's about to have grilled cheese come out.
They smell really funny, and then you can't get the smell off your hands. And then if there's a problem with it, people come back and be like, "Why's my rear end all messed up?" And I'm like, "I don't know why your rear end's messed up. Call Aaron. He's a rear end specialist." They're like limping out of there, all weird and stuff. Sometimes it like locks up one side or the other, and they've got a cane, and I don't even know. What were we talking about?
Backlash or something.
So that base is the same one that we use. That thing's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, and Drew's asking if it's digital. Yeah, man. Honestly, I actually don't think I could have found a standard mechanical gauge. So, especially on Amazon, like, do people sell those anymore? Like, I don't even have calipers that are vernier, like legit vernier calipers. It would be kind of nice. It's funny, my buddy that helped me put this thing together, Dave, he's old school. So every single tool in his shop, even dial bore indicators, all that stuff are all vernier. So it actually, if somebody comes in the shop that doesn't know how to read one, it's really funny to watch them like try to understand what the graduations are. I'm sorry. Do you know what a vernier caliper is, Dave?
A veneer caliper?
Vernier?
Vernier? I don't
know. It's okay if you don't, Dave.
I don't know.
It's okay if you... Yeah? Aaron, you know what a vernier caliper is, right?
Mm-mm. No, you're talking about your rear.
Hey, people in the chat, do you know what a vernier caliper is?
Oh, man.
Is it just the old school little wheel action?
Never mind. If they don't know what it is, guys, don't tell them.
Whatever.
This is funnier. This is funnier now. This is even worse, Dave, than it was before. Because just wait for 15 seconds, and then you're going to get a train wreck in the chat.
Oh, I'm sure. So Mr. Badass down here, Chris.
Yeah, the brakes are...
He's been posting some pictures. He just did his whole rear end. How'd that go, Chris?
It moved from the side yard to the driveway.
Hey, dude, that's great.
Oh, yeah,
mine hasn't even done that.
Yeah. It is now in the driveway.
Is that it?
That is great.
Are you going to do a test drive on video? Is that what you guys are working on?
Sorry, I missed it. What?
Are you going to do the test drive on the video? Is that what you guys are working on?
Yes. Yeah, we're going to try to do like at least 2 shakedown runs before we go to Moab.
That's a good idea.
So.
What about you, Aaron? You going to be doing shakedown runs?
Dude, every day is a shakedown run for me. No. I don't even have anywhere to wheel around here. So my shakedown run is like my 30-mile jaunt to work and then my 30-mile jaunt home. So
well, that could get interesting. That sounds like mine.
Yeah. It's 80 miles an hour, though, so that's got to...
What do you drive to work, Aaron?
Oh,
dude,
like a Dodge
the
Neon
grandpa
or something,
mobile.
or what?
The grandpa mobile. I got a 91 Chevy.
91 Chevy?
Yeah.
Tell us about your 91 Chevy.
2-wheel drive. It's got the Tractor Supply toolbox in the back. And
a boosted LS?
Yeah, right. I wish. 80,000 miles on it. It's, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Is it a crew cam or is it the that ugly body style from the 90s?
It's ugly. Let me see if I can find a picture.
OBS,
I'm
bro.
not interested. Don't
Steve,
say
I
that.
figured it out.
What?
A vernier scale is a visual aid to take an accurate measurement reading between two graduation markings on a linear scale.
Dude,
Yes.
Google is
Thanks, Ed
not
Hosto.
figuring it out.
That's my bros down in the chat. They got me.
They got you.
They
Exactly.
got
Oh, okay.
Okay, somebody said dirt every day. Who thinks that dirt every day would be better without Fred and more Dave?
I agree.
Because Fred bugs me. Dave is the cool guy. So if they got Dave,
no,
maybe
Dave
I
just
wouldn't
like,
say without him.
Dave's just doing all the work.
yeah,
and, like,
and then
I
Fred just
feel
makes
like
dumb
Dave.
comments.
Yeah, because it's like Fred's over there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna build this thing," and you can tell like Dave's like, "Oh, not again, you asshole." And then like they build half a truck, and then they're like, "Okay, yay!" And then you're like, "That was really stupid." And you could tell like Dave just wants to throw down. Like breaking trusses and stuff would be totally up his alley. Like
That's
we should
right.
try and get Dave on this show without Fred.
Yeah,
He's like 120 wall. I'm going with exhaust tubing.
Right? Dude, poop pipes for the win.
for the
Poop
win.
pipe.
What do you think?
Square drive
Chris?
shafts.
I'm actually hoping to run into him in Moab. He's supposed to be there at the same time.
Oh yeah, your channel's so big. He's probably like watching you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Emailing you guys.
I seen he liked a picture on Instagram, and I immediately was starstruck. Yes,
Star
That happened to me
I liked
too.
it.
He made a comment. And he said that looked like fun. So I was like,
Yep.
immediately validated. I was hoping BJ Baldwin would say something about it. He liked the video of me going around a corner. That was cool.
Dang.
But that
BJ
was it.
Baldwin, nice.
You have to.
Little does
ride
he
on
know,
two
I'm
wheels
coming for him.
sideways.
Coming for him. There was a wheel off the ground, dude. One of my left front tire was off the ground. Yeah, and it was a full droop.
You have to have two. Did you see that picture that he posted recently? At the.
Oh, you mean the one with the boobies?
Shh! You don't say that.
Oh my.
Are you following
We
him
lost
on
one.
Instagram?
Who?
Dirt every day?
Oh, I didn't even know they had an Instagram.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I don't follow him.
Can you see that, Dave?
Oh, gross!
Yeah. Oh,
Go away. Put it away. Put it away.
That's all right. Get you to work and back.
I need to fix my
That's
screen now.
And it has a TBI 350?
Oh yeah, TBI, like at least 550 horse straight from the factory.
That's nice.
I mean, it's like, I don't know. It runs good. Gets like
TBI
12
is so
miles
better
an
than
hour.
that sweet spider injection stuff.
All right. What are you driving to work every day, Chris, with a K?
I switched between the Volvo and the new Suburban.
The Volvo.
The new Suburban is rad,
The
by the
Volvo.
way.
Is
I
it?
saw, oh my God. I saw you post a picture yesterday in the driveway and it was like kind of peeking out the side. And I was like, oh, look, he's got some bigger tires and like, look at the hubcaps. And oh, that's freaking awesome.
Yep.
How's the
I'm
new
a
Burb
hubcap
running?
Pretty good. As a matter of fact, I just got a engine light today that says knock sensor, some stuff.
You don't need to worry about knock
332.
sensors.
Yeah.
Fine.
332.
Is
There you go.
everybody in the chat watching Reckless Wrench Garage? Because if you're not, you should be. But have you even introduced
to be
the truck
watching it?
on the show?
We have not. I was trying to get
Well,
it
not
all
right now.
prepped
You
and
got a
ready.
name for it?
Yes.
What is
Moby.
Moby?
What?
Yes.
What?
So
it?
that.
Couldn't have came up with something better than that?
Hey.
Moby.
Was that
still
the
up
other
for-
Chris's
Like
idea?
Moby Dick.
No, that was.
So is it?
They were
Somebody's
inspired
idea.
by the dick.
Might as well just call it the sperm whale.
No, that's exactly
Sperm whale.
that's exactly what it is. So the blue Suburban, the square, was the blue whale,
Right.
and then we got this one, white Suburban, still,
That's pretty
big
creative,
whatever.
dude.
Call it a white whale.
Wow.
Call
Yeah.
it
That's
sperm whale.
really creative, yeah.
Could have been called
Well,
Moby Dick,
was
and then
Moby
people
Dick.
would get it. They would think it's like Moby, like that, you know, the musician.
Yeah, I was
Moby.
thinking of the bald dude that makes really weird music.
Jeez.
You're like,
Yeah, that's what I.
you know, house music.
You got to keep it kid friendly.
Kid friendly. Do it.
But
So-
yes, it is.
Look at Aaron. He's
Yeah.
got lips that you didn't even know he had right now.
Dang, bruh.
Kid friendly.
Hey, so Dave, what are you daily driving?
But Jeep.
Oh, does it have lockers?
It does have lockers. Sometimes I use lockers on the way to work just to turn them on.
Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah, no, I daily drive my Jeep. I'm wearing out my mud tires, so I'm going to have to buy some new ones soon. But that's all.
So,
that's what I do.
Nobody cares about your Jeep, Dave. So I drive a square body. Anybody who's wondering, I drive a square body every day, 35 miles one way.
Bro, I can't believe you're allowed to daily drive a square body in California.
Oh, they
without
see,
going
here's
to the
thing.
pin.
I have two reasons why that can happen. One, because it's a diesel, 6.2 turbo diesel with a fuel injection, and it's running on E85. So whenever I drive past those sensors getting on the freeway, they just think that it's a Prius or something because it's burning the corn.
Because it goes.
Bro, that is so
on the freeway.
When I first heard about those, so they have smog sensors on the freeway, and if you get on, and your cat's on straight pipe, bro, you're going straight to the pin.
Not going straight to the pin. So basically, what they do is I don't know where they are. They're probably not where I'm at, but they're definitely in some places in LA. When you're hopping on the freeway, it's trying to measure, the emissions coming out of the tailpipe, and it takes a picture of your license plate, and whoever smogged your vehicle gets dinged if it's dirty. It doesn't come back on you; it just goes back on them. So that they use that to track dirty smogs. But if you're running the E85, there ain't nothing coming out of there except for the wonderful corn. So that's how I get around it.
Nice, good job, Steve.
Yeah, man. I just try to I just go around the rules. The rules don't actually apply to me. Hey, Aaron, nice wood floor you got there.
Can't show that on YouTube. It's against the rules.
The PUSS. You know what?
You can't show kitty cats.
I'm in Southern California. If anybody's wondering, near Palm Springs. Other people will know it as. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. Never mind. Because Aaron would get this joke, but nobody else would. Think of the pillar of salt.
You're right.
That pillar.
Yeah, there's a reference there. Anyways, I drive my Denside Bronco every day, except when it doesn't run. Then my girl just takes me. You have this amazing girl, Drew. That sounds like cool. Keeper. Nice. Except that you have a friggin' Bronco.
Yeah, bro.
Steve, I thought you had a Bronco.
Oh yeah, Steve, tell the community about your Bronco here.
So got a 6.9.
Okay, so I actually had this really great idea. So at Jump Champs, they have this Broncos only thing, right? So my buddies and I were talking about throwing a couple of Ford emblems on this, and then just driving up there and be like, "Yeah, I'll enter my Ford Bronco." And Hosta, I'm so sorry you lived in 29 Palms. Nobody should be subjected to that type of abuse. Anyways,
is Steve ducking the question?
I'm trying to finish the question here.
Okay.
So I'm going to enter my Chevy Blazer with Ford Bronco suspension in a Ford Bronco contest only, and then I'm going to beat them, and then I'll come out as a Chevy Blazer owner. But only as after that has happened, can I claim full Blazer. Does that make sense?
You never go
I don't know what you were just talking about, but okay.
So didn't we have this discussion when Kris was here talking about ladyboys and a man being the greatest woman of the year or something?
Oh right, yeah. We beat them at their own game, right?
Yeah.
I don't see why there's a problem there. Oh, it'll be even better. See, I should do it with the car-rated small block and then go back the next year with a turbo LS on the corn with like a hater pipe out the hood. Like a 4-foot hater pipe out of the hood?
Dave, you know what a hater pipe is, right?
Hater pipe, yeah, it comes off the turbo.
Oh, Dave was thinking that a hater pipe was like something that came off his vape tube.
And they call that a hater pipe too. Yeah.
Oh, right. I had no idea.
Does anybody know if the Gladiator's still on the course?
It is, actually. We heard that it's probably near wherever the dildo fell off my truck from the previous event. We lost a wiener out there. It's probably out there with the gay Jeep guys. Steve's Bronco identifies as a Blazer. Yeah, Drew saying Jump Champs is whack. Way too many rules now. I raced in my Manx on the second event they ever had, and it wasn't regulated. Yeah, man, and that's kind of the problem is I I really have a hard time paying to go to an event like 3 times what it cost me to go out to the desert, because I could literally like throw my stuff on a trailer, and for $100 I can drive the whole day and drive home with my truck on a trailer, not worry about if I broke it or not. It helps. It really does, because then you don't slow down for anything.
Steve's Bronco identifies as a Blazer.
You know, I get the impression you guys, except for Chris, don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's some kind of jump champs thing. Jump champs is whack.
Driving fast and jumping things.
Way too many rules.
Wait, I forgot. You guys are still on leaf springs, huh?
I raced my Manex on the first and second event
Manex.
I ever had.
You guys see what I have to deal with? You see what I have to work with here? Surrounded by freaking morons.
Bro.
Me now.
Why do we even hang out with me?
I know. This show's going to hell.
There's one in every group, really. There's really one in every group. I'm so glad you came on here, Chris, because I would have been so stuck without you.
Well, what about this guy down here, this Aaron Mills guy? Does he know what a Manex is?
Oh, he's a lost cause, man. He's a lost cause.
Well, he drives a Bronco, and he just has a picture of a Suzuki Samurai. I don't know what's going on there.
No, you missed it.
I don't drive a Bronco.
Yeah, he drives a Dodge something or other.
No,
He drives a 91 Grandpa mobile.
Yeah, right. He's that old dude just cruising slow down the highway.
No
like
way,
30 miles an hour and a 50.
Yeah.
Right. Oh man.
Okay, so enlighten me. What's a Manex?
Nope. You got to look that up. You have to look that up.
Yeah, Google it.
Wait, Dave, are you serious? Manex?
Manix. Manix is a
see what's funny,
rebodied
Steve, is that,
VW bug.
like, not even 5 minutes ago you said that. You repeated
I know. That's why I was like, I'm like, what?
I don't know. I'm trying to keep up here. I don't know. I haven't had enough
Dave, you're not
beers.
doing a very good
I have
job.
not had enough beers yet.
No.
It's okay. We
'Cause I'm
should
out.
probably. How many beers? We should be in minimum 4 to 7 beers in.
Oh, we should be.
Aaron, you're not
I should
allowed
be
to have
beers
it.
right now.
You can have iced teas.
Root beers, right?
Yes.
Root beers.
I've heard you get a spicy one.
Oh, do you not
Spicy
drink?
root beer?
Do you not drink, Aaron?
No.
You're a man of the cloth.
I don't know about that.
He's a man of the cloth.
He's not a child molester. Come on, man.
Hey, you can't say
Be
that.
nicer.
Oh, this thing's getting banned for show.
Oh, man.
We didn't say anything in the same sentence that would relate anything to anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just look up Manx Buggy.
Will's 87K Fi. Let's see. That's an old detective show.
Manex.
Oh, you put the X in the wrong spot. It's X-Man.
X-Man. Hey, I know what that is.
Manex, can you imagine? Jesus, Dave, I can't wait to be around you in like 30 years. Oh, man.
Bro, you think I'm old now, man. I'm in my
Oh,
own
man.
world.
You ain't that old.
You're
You ain't
older
that
than
old.
all of us, and you still don't know these things.
All right.
I
You
don't
gotta
know.
get with the times.
Aaron, how old are you?
36.
Oh, he's
Oh,
right in
see?
the middle. He's in the middle. We're
He's
good.
in the middle.
He's bridging the gap.
Do you know what a Manax is?
Yeah, it's some kind of venereal disease.
Well, it must be something for the youngsters. A man X. Like a man bun. It's just a man X.
Oh, man, that's terrible. Man buns. Hey, Aaron, you got a man bun?
No. I got
Yeah.
hair, though.
You got a mop, so do I, dude. I got the mop.
I do.
Hey, look, we have
Yeah,
the ear
haircut.
thing going on together. See, mine's just tucked into my hat.
Yeah?
I hate getting haircuts. It's too damn. It's just a pain in the rear.
Yeah.
Hey,
Not
Chris,
all
what
about
about you, buddy? You cut your hair?
I cut my
Just
own hair.
falling out or what?
I do too usually. Hey, you guys ever
Yeah,
use a
you see
Flowbee?
See how it's shiny?
Floby.
I use the Flow X.
Dan, Chris, if we saw you from behind, we probably think you're 20 years older than you actually are.
All right.
Buddy,
see you later,
gravity's out.
gravity gear.
Thanks for joining us, bud.
Yeah.
It's almost Aaron's bedtime.
What time is it where you're at, Aaron?
10:51.
10:50.
Oh.
Oh, you're only an hour ahead. You're good.
Yeah.
You and
Nice.
you and Chris here at the same time.
So
Wow.
Old Mexico or New Mexico, Chris?
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Oh, I understand now. That is.
Yeah.
It must migrate from over where I'm at. I mean, immigrate. Wait, never mind. I'm not. I'm gonna shut up. Can't go
All right,
there.
so I'm curious about the Reckless wrench. So you guys didn't put out a video this weekend, did you?
No.
But when's the new video coming out?
That is a good question. So whenever I take the time to sit in here and actually work on a video, then I'll have the rear end, the spool, everything being installed. And then I think Chris has a video or two that he's working on also.
Oh, right on. So
You guys jumping anything?
You guys split it? Split the editing duties?
We just recently started splitting it. Yeah.
I want half of that. I mean, no, that came out wrong.
Yeah, just so we both have some experience editing video in case one of us moves if we decide to keep going with it.
Man, I hope you guys don't split up.
Yeah.
Be sad.
Be sad. You can move up here. I'll let you live in my woodshed.
Wow.
Well, that sounds toasty.
God, doesn't that sound good? Hey, come up here. You can live in my shed, bud.
It's right next to the garage.
Oh,
and not insulated.
It's pretty toasty in the summer.
Yeah, so that rolls over in the winter. You could store some of that heat somehow.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, it's a wood shed. I could just light it on fire, right? The wood.
Oh yeah.
Shed. Or is it a shed made of wood?
It's a shed made of wood.
Oh, the hell with that.
Question is there wood in it?
Yeah, but not the burning kind.
That's just nasty.
No.
That's nasty. Hey, Chris, did he walk into that or what? I actually thought he was joking, but he didn't realize what he said. Somebody got trolled. Oh, man, he's the master. I don't even nothing
I thought
on this
he was
guy.
the super troll.
I thought he was, too. I didn't know he was so quiet and mousy.
Yeah, 300 page on a build thread. Figured he'd be out here and be like, yeah, man, when I built that gusset, man, it took me 3 weeks, and I used my veneer welder and my Manex machine.
Dude, it's Vulcan welder, bro.
I turned my Manex machine up to 58 volts and burned it with some freaking clothesline or something.
Dave, did you realize that when you started this was just going to be a Rag on Dave show?
No, that's what I was hoping for, though, because it's awesome.
All good. Hey, when you start
actually come.
How many people are still up in here?
It's 18.
18. Well,
we got
still
rolling.
That's all you're dropping like flies.
I know. It's getting late.
Okay, so hey,
like
Wheels 87K5 shed equals man cave for in-laws, and hostels like shed equals whack shack.
Wow.
Somebody have experience with Vulcan welders? I know what's his name does. Merrick.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was good or bad. I thought it was not good. Merrick's Garage.
Who's that?
I think he's had pretty good luck.
Who's that?
Right?
Merrick's Garage.
Yeah.
You got all quiet
again. Is that?
I gotta hit you. Why are you guys making it so awkward?
I know.
I just said Merrick's Garage.
Steve's got hiccups.
Sorry, dude. I can't get rid of him.
12-year-old.
You know, he's got the K30 Blazer and the K30 Suburban.
Yeah, I seen that.
Cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
It's
Next.
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 Yep. Freaking hiccups. Did we buy welders from Harbor Freight? I don't really know about that. Okay, so Avi, AVE, he's a channel on YouTube. He does tool reviews. You guys know about it?
No.
Nope. I don't watch.
Well, I don't have any money to buy tools, so. Later, Lewis.
Drew, I cannot comment on this stuff. And I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay, tell me about your welder, Aaron Mills.
I got a Miller, what was it, 211. It's got the...
What are you doing over there, Aaron?
Yeah, sorry. No, it's got it'll run 110 or 230 volts, so it's pretty cool.
Does it work on 220?
Never use that feature. Huh?
Does it work on 220?
Oh, it works great. Yeah. Yeah, it's a smaller welder, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it'll weld everything I need it to.
It's like Chris. It's cool.
It's like a Kris.
Like a Kris. It'll weld anything, yeah.
Compact.
Oh yeah.
Compact.
And what kind of 110 weld are you using there, Kris?
Lincoln 140 weld pack 140 HD.
Oh, yeah.
HD.
Bro, I do everything with the weld pack 100. Everything.
Yeah, see, you're slacking too.
Flux core, baby. That's how I roll.
Flux core.
Flux core.
Hey,
It welds
you got to
stuff.
start somewhere.
Yeah, I've been starting somewhere since 2009. Maybe one day I'll move up.
Share.
So you've been rock?
We're just starting slow.
What's a prima donna?
Prima donna.
That's what to do with the big
Share.
old Miller.
No, not share.
Paint. He doesn't have paint. He's got a wrap.
Oh, he said, Drew Eddy says, man, Merrick's wheels like a prima donna. Saw him out at Big Bear. Yeah, bro, I don't think he's really taking it that hard with that. I don't know. I don't like to talk about other people's YouTube channels. I just keep it to myself.
And that's why.
Do you think this will make it more interesting if we talk about somebody else's YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, because
let's do it, right? So
here and be like,
I watched this guy for a while, right? And I think he's doing okay work. He's doing work, but I think his Blazer might be a little overbuilt for what he does. What do you think?
What were we talking about?
Your boy Merrick. Wow, it is quiet.
Oh, were you asking
here.
me?
oh man.
I like popcorn.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
Again.
I'm not allowed to say anything. That's what I got.
You can't say nothing?
Come on, Steve.
You're not allowed to say nothing?
Dude,
there's no way he's going to watch this.
You're giving me crap about being quiet. Now look at you.
All right, let's see. Anything less than 300 amps isn't worth getting out of bed. Wow, hey, Nate's doing it.
I got a 310 amp Miller dial arc HF. It's kind of cool to like turn that thing way up. It's a tick.
Steve said something.
And then you literally just step on the pedal and quarter inch is just like molten. That is cool.
Molten. And Hosto says, I figured after he decided it was a good idea to do donuts when his tires were aired down. You know what, the one thing, I could do donuts with my tires aired down. I think you just got to have the power, don't you?
It's got an LQ9 and it's tuned.
Yeah. Oh, no. Rolled it. I was sad.
Steve, you sound pretty educated on this subject. Why don't you enlighten us?
How come Steve's so quiet?
I'd like to avoid a defamation lawsuit. So yeah,
Aaron, back on track.
When are you linking your truck, Aaron? When are we linking it? You linking it? What are we doing? Let's talk about some stuff.
I don't know. I gotta see how all this stuff goes with getting stuff started up and everything. And I want to. I keep looking at the leaf springs, and it's like, what am I doing? But
it gets it going. It's all good. I mean, I know what you're talking about because I still have a truck on. Both of my trucks have leaf springs on. So
I at least want to link the front, and then just run with the back for now. I think it'd be okay. But yeah.
You have any? What do you normally do for shocks and stuff? Who do you normally use?
I went with on my crawler. I went with FOAs, and they were decent. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really beat on it too hard with those, but they worked good. They were, I don't know. I know a lot of people had issues with them, but I never had any of the same issues that they did. They probably need a rebuild by now, but I don't know.
Steve rebuilds shocks.
Yeah, I saw that you rebuild shocks too, Kris. That was
yeah.
You busted them suckers up, didn't you?
Yeah, I bent them
just a little bit. Just a little tweak.
Oh
just a little bit.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes.
They send you those shocks for free, or you still got to buy them?
No, I paid them. I paid retail for those things.
Oh, did you? Damn, bro.
And
you guys are big ballers. You get stuff for free. Does UConn sponsor you guys?
We are brand ambassadors. with the
brand ambassadors.
That means he gets a discount.
Oh,
Yes.
is that right? Yeah, that's cool.
Steve's sponsored by Rough Country, aren't you?
Yeah.
Super Lift.
It's Super Country?
Super Country, yeah.
Super Country. So what we actually do is, and by the way, Drew, you got to send me some pictures of that, dude. That sounds gnarly. He said he had an FOA Resi explode. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, so Super Country. This is new suspension leaf spring company that's coming out. We're actually using leaf springs that are from dump trucks, literally from dump trucks. They're like 18 inches tall, and that's how we get the lift. And then you could run, a 40-inch tire, and you just basically have to go faster over everything so it moves. And if you didn't move the springs and bottom out the shocks, well then, you're just some like random guy with a light bar and a vape and a Jeep. And Aaron, we lost him. Oh,
There he is. What is he doing?
I don't know.
Turning the camera sideways?
You guys are all sideways now. Hold on. There.
Whoa.
How's that?
Whoa. That's better.
Wow. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to know. Probably got his cat walking around on him and stuff.
Dude, that cat
Oh,
loves
he's
you.
He's because
Looks
he's
like
got
getting ready
cheese,
to
dude.
pounce.
She's going for my grilled cheese.
Oh, you did an 80 gear set in your 70, dude?
No, I put an 80 spool in there. It's still got 70 gears in it.
He said, really,
Goodness.
really want the Jaina 76 kit.
Yeah, so that's putting the 70 gears inside of a 60, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
so the 70 pinion and the 60 pinion are the same size at the outer bearing. So if you're gonna do anything cool with gears, just put Dana 80 gears in something because they have a bigger shank.
So here's my perspective on the Dana stuff and the reason why that Jaina 76 exists, because they have 14 bolt envy. That's the reason why they exist. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong, Aaron.
Bro, 14 bolts are so cheap. I don't know.
Front 14 bolt.
He
Run
must
that
have,
shit
He must have
backwards and
found
still
one
strong.
like on the side of the road that was all busted and broke down, and he felt sorry for it.
You just had to grab it and bring it home.
That broke, busted, and disgusted. It can't be trusted. So he just grabbed it and broke it.
You're
Well,
like,
actually, I don't think the axle broke on him. I think stuff broke and then stuff broke.
maybe. Drew's telling me I'm wrong. Tell me why. I want to know.
I was trying to figure out if I was wrong.
Wrong about what? Oh.
What are we wrong about? What are
What
you
I was
wrong
saying
about?
with the
We
jam-
could be wrong. I could be talking out of my ace.
It's-
I just think 14 bolts are, you just turn them in the other direction and put them in the front and then put 60 outers or 80 outers on it, and then you have a man axle. I mean,
A Man X?
Hey, daughter, what's happening?
Oh, look at that. She's got the antenna.
Your dad's on TV right now, and so are you.
He's on the YouTube.
Hello.
He's gonna go viral.
This is really good. This is good for him. We promise.
Actually, they know when this video's going viral.
It's only gonna hurt for a minute.
Only gonna hurt for a little bit. Yeah, we're trying to jumpstart you.
Yeah, right.
We're trying to take Aaron and make him less nice, so that
Make
he's
me famous.
He's a man of the cloth. He has no choice.
The cloth. Nate McMurtry, he's a man of the cloth too.
yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Sorry, you. All
Yeah,
right,
you
so
know Nate.
do you know Nate?
Nate MC.
Oh,
See?
nice. Okay,
Whoa.
now I know.
Did you and Chris switch?
Oh, they do
Huh?
switch it sometimes.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Well, Chris was down below a
What are you
minute
doing down
ago.
there, Chris?
and then-
Oh, you guys want to see something sexy?
no.
Is he gonna
Don't
show
do
us
it.
his legs again?
Oh God, this is ridiculous.
Some
So-
hairy bastards.
Okay, you guys remember that Patriot chassis thing I was telling you about?
Yeah. Get something done. Wait for the screen to adjust.
Yeah, back it up a little bit, buddy.
Ooh, wait.
Straighten
did
her
that move?
out. Straighten her out.
Ooh. No,
Would you pay some kid to do a CAD drawing for you?
that looks like independent suspension cycling.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. That looks nice.
Are you gonna use the tie rods off of the GMT 800?
So the only thing that we're using from the GMT 800 as far as the steering is the tie rod end. The whole rest of it's custom built.
Good.
It's basically the tie rod end, and then the rest of it's like a solid shank to a 3/4 inch heim. And then we built a special rack. It looks kind of it resembles a rack, but it's actuated by a pitman arm. So all of the heim joints are in the same plane, and then the idlers are flat. And we machine the idler, the portion that bolts to a 2013 idler, because those are really big, is a 3/4 inch thick plate that's machined down to accept a male 3/4 inch rod end, so that they can both hold the rack up. So they rotate in this direction. Freaking Aaron. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some GMT.
I like when you talk with your hands. It makes it easier for me to understand.
Yeah, you're like Beto.
I don't see. I haven't even watched this stuff. Yeah, I guess the guy's crazy and
Global
loses his
warming.
mind. We're gonna have global warming. Yeah, right, buddy.
Well, 12 years.
12 years. The world's coming to an end.
12 years.
You vote Democrat, okay? We can do it. We'll save the world right now.
Yeah.
That's probably not very nice.
I want to say I'm just sorry for being me. Yeah, basically it. Anyways, all right, that's my Beto moment.
That's your Beto moment. But
Look,
yeah,
he's
so
vaping now. He's got to hit the jewel.
he's over there talking on his USB stick.
USB. All right, did you read what Drew Eddy had to say there, Steve-O?
The HO7252 was the 14 9-inch and Jaina kits are based off of. The HO72 has a third pinion for deflection and a load bolt for the ring gear. Our Bronco has an HO72. I had an HO72 in my 1972 K20, but I thought the Jaina kit was a Jaina 76, meaning it was Dana parts, not because like an HO72 and 52, I thought were just like the 14 and a 9-inch with a third pinion bearing. But I don't know how that kind of plays into the Dana series of stuff because they don't have the third pinion bearing. Maybe I missed something. I'll have to check it out.
Tell us,
I don't know
Chris.
about that part, but yeah, no. The Jantz engineering stuff, they'd send you the stuff that you need in order to convert whatever gear set into your axle and tell you what you had to shave from the inside of the housing to fit the gears or whatever you decided to go with.
So you're
So
just
like
saying
with
that you can go to a bigger ring gear.
Yeah, you can put the carrier and the ring gear, but depending on which axle you're doing. They have different setups, but they don't. From what I saw, they didn't have anything listed for putting anything in the 70. But East Coast Gear Supply carries the spacers that you need to put the 80 carrier in there.
Pinion deflect. So you're dealing with okay, now this makes sense. So what Drew's saying is Jaina makes a special diff cover that adds a load bolt. Okay, so you have a ring gear, and when you load the ring gear with your pinion in this direction, it wants to push or twist. It does all kinds of funny stuff to the ring gear, and you don't want that to happen. So in the older pre-14 bolt axles, they have this bronze bushing that basically is used for when the ring gear starts to deflect, it touches, and it doesn't. Damn it, you're messing me up. Trying to tell you.
Focus, Steve. Focus.
He's over here playing with his fingers and pick your nose.
Same
So
thing.
yeah, basically it keeps the ring gear from breaking in half or snapping. And the third pinion bearing keeps the pinion from walking up the face of the ring gear as it's under load. So I didn't know that. That's pretty nifty. I'm kind of curious as to what is more important. Is it really worth not, is that third pinion bearing a big deal? Because, I mean, a lot of people still use Dana 60s and 80s and 70s and all kinds of stuff. And, I mean, they're not necessarily breaking them all over the place. So it'd be interesting to find that out. Dynatrack has an entire business around it. What?
Oh.
So I broke my pinion.
You've snapped a pinion? See, that's...
But that was totally different than just loading
but
up my...
that was from the from a catastrophic failure.
Yeah.
I would say from a suburban jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ripped the end of
At
my
least your
pinion off.
drive shaft held up.
Right? Oh, I did find out the drive shaft did take a little bit of damage, but it went up and smacked the cross member and put a little dent in it.
Did they have to retube it?
I'm not too worried about it.
Does anybody have a
any
recommendation
kind of
on
shakes or something? Then
It's going to vibrate if it's bent. Anybody have any recommendations on a side-by-side? Well, I mean, I guess you could have like a Coors and like a Bud.
No, I go if it's a Pacifico and a Corona.
Driver's seat, passenger seat.
Yeah.
Like a Dos Equis and a Modelo.
Okay. I found something out today that was really interesting, kind of depressing. Did you guys know that?
Lay it on us if it's so depressing. Thanks, pal.
Oh, it's bad. Coors does not support any veterans organizations or believe in any sort of America type stuff.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's to be the last time I drink Coors beer.
Bro, what are you gonna do with yourself? Oh, you're drinking that weirdo IPA stuff now.
India Pale Ale.
Oh, is it India Pale Ale?
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm drinking Mexican beer. That's kind of close to home.
Well, you're closer, yeah.
Oh, man. Where'd he go?
He just ran off.
I think he had to poop.
That Taco Bell hit him. He's like, I gotta go.
You guys, listen, wait for the splatter.
Oh, I thought he was gonna take his mic with him. What did he bring? Did he bring anything for Lucky Look?
Show you.
What?
I was talking about.
Yeah.
Happy Camper.
Nice.
Look at that. New Mexico
cool.
beer. Hell yeah.
An old Mexico beer.
What happens in New Mexico?
And then you chase it down with this.
Yukon Launch. Wow. That's what happens. They're like, look, we'll give you 10% off and send you a bunch of energy drinks.
Yep.
Right? Jeez.
Yukon.
Okay, guys, down here in the chat, let us know if you think our show is better with us being like semi-inebriated or fully inebriated, and should we hold back or should we talk about tech more?
I haven't had a single beer tonight. I just like to
Bro,
let you guys know that.
Dude, I was in a rush on the way home. I couldn't stop to get beer.
Yeah, he's all monstered up though. He's like 4 energy drinks in.
It's water.
Amped.
Oh yeah, and Hasso said, "Have y'all seen the Tesla truck?"
The semi?
Dude, and Drew, it's funny. Takati is actually pretty good. So the Tesla truck, have you guys seen that?
No.
You haven't seen the Tesla? Oh god,
semi?
What? The semi?
No. It's a guy somehow. I don't know. He's smarter than I am. He took an entire drivetrain out of a Tesla and he hooked it up to like he made a sand buggy out of it, or sand truck. So it has a full float rear axle and it has paddles and it's ungodly fast. Yeah, dude, it like seriously hands. It's he should be out there racing for pinks. Is what he should be doing.
Electric engines are crazy because it's just straight power. There's no
Zero
in between.
RPM,
It's just
torque.
power, all of it right now.
Crazy, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So, dude, go check it out. It's freaking ridiculous. Yeah, definitely shut up and take my money. Yeah, I want it'd be kind of cool to put one of those in a square body.
You know what's interesting about that build? Might not be a build that everybody could probably pull off with their income level.
Right?
Sand.
It's like a $15,000 electric motor.
Yeah, maybe if I get on that Democrat, they give me some free money stuff. I could afford.
Oh, dude, I hear you can get like a government grant for alternative fuel vehicles.
Bro, yeah.
That's how we pull it off, Dave. Hey, Dave, I think we should do that. We should have a beer fund, okay, and an alternative fuel vehicle fund that we apply for, and whichever one takes off, that's the one that we live on for the rest of our lives, and we just pretend like we do stuff that's important for the government or the global warming or something.
I don't know. Sounds like trouble.
I know, right? I don't think that's
scared. Feeding.
Aaron?
I don't have kids. I'm in.
Okay, Aaron, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, say something useful.
Something useful.
Bro.
Like what?
Dude, he's so active in the chat. You get him on here, and he's just sitting around eating grilled cheeses and playing with his cat.
I had no idea he was boring.
My internet's all screwed up, and I don't know if you guys can see me half the time.
Yeah, we can see you. Well, we can hear you.
I mean, even if you do freeze up, we still see you just in one spot the whole time.
I will so do a beer fund me page.
Beer fund me.
Yeah. So back to the side-by-side suggestions. I think Nate had the best suggestion. Get a K20 or a K30 and make them a truggy.
I think that's a great idea.
I do too.
Pauline or Munich? I have not tried this. Altina can. Yeah. I'm okay with this.
Dude, I like Barks. That's my
Yes.
It's pretty good stuff.
Right?
Sometimes I hit the hard stuff and get the root beer in the glass bottle. It's pretty good.
Right?
I go to the hardware store and they have it there.
Oh, well, you have a beard. You definitely could be found in Ace Hardware.
Well, I mean, if you're getting your root beer down at the hardware store, that's
well. You remember he's in Montana. Remember
stuff right there.
Montana, not in Montana.
Arkansas. He's in Arkansas.
I thought it was Alabama,
Tennessee,
something like that. It's one of those places where the trees don't fork. You guys seen those narrowed cabs for the wheelers? There's 2 people I saw on Insta with them. It's so badass.
Later, Baja. See you, brother.
Real question, back up towards the beginning. Nate, you're going to have to remind me, man. Good night, Baja. We love you. Thanks for coming by. Narrowed square body. I seen that. I don't know where I saw it. Somewhere on the internets. But it's pretty damn cool. Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I could roll one of those because I'm, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not all about being by myself. I want to take other people and make them feel like they're going to die or something.
You can take Chris with you.
You fit me in a narrowed square body with you.
You can sit on my lap.
Oh, was he talking about that dude from like Canada or something? He's got a full-size square body that's the size of a S10. Like the cab's all...
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe.
I think they took 8 or 16 inches out of the center of the cab and squished it together.
Huh. You're going to have to send me the link. Okay, so when you call for a quote, and if a quote comes in super cheap, what does that tell you about the mechanic?
That you asked your friend. Huh, just kidding.
Right?
I mean, I think you can be surprised by stuff. Maybe get good work. You'll probably get the guy that's just opening a shop and he don't know how to charge you. Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe you get that guy. Right?
Later, Rob. I mean, I guess it could be like what you're saying, or it could be that maybe he's not seeing the whole deal, or he's
when
under.
He gets it there, he gets it apart, and he's like, "Hey, bro, check
Later,
it."
Zoom ad.
Hey, bro, it's $14 an hour more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
1,400.
So like on that, like at the boat shop, one thing that we'll get into is, the customer will think that something major is wrong when it's really just, a bunch of little things that have made something huge, Yeah. So we can fix it pretty quick and we quote them cheap, but if it's a real problem and they quote it really cheap, and I don't know, I think I'd definitely look into who you're taking it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we've probably bored these guys for too long. We better... what is that?
What
the heck?
Oh, is that the thing right there?
Interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's
like, different.
It's the middle's cut out and it's sandwiched.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's kind of cool.
I'll send it to you, and then you can check out the profile.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah, because I like to check that out, actually. That looks kind of neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm about ready to hit the hay too, man.
Let's wrap this up.
I got to get up in the morning.
I appreciate all you guys still that are up in here. Thanks for joining us tonight. We just wanted to get together, sit back in the garage, and talk about it. So we will catch you guys next week, same time, same place. You guys take it easy. We're out.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.